How to grow Anthurium plants. The Anthurium genus contains hundreds of tropical plant species, often admired as houseplants for their bright, nearly year-round flowers. Anthurium is native to the tropical rain forests of Central and South America. Despite sensitivity to temperature and humidity, Anthurium plants are relatively hardy and easy to care for when kept indoors. They are usually sold as cuttings or adult plants, but it is possible to grow them from seeds as well. Caring for an Anthurium. Prepare a soil mix. Anthurium prefers a coarse, well-draining soil. Try a mixture of equal parts perlite, peat moss, and pine bark. Anthurium plants can only grow outdoors in USDA hardiness zones 11 and 12, corresponding to minimum annual temperatures of 40 F (4.4 C) or higher 3 in any other climate. Use a flowerpot and keep them indoors. The ideal temperature range for Anthurium is 60 to 85 F (15 to 30 C). Plant Anthurium in a pot 1/3 full of this soil mix. The Anthurium plant should be kept in a pot only slightly larger than itself, or its roots may rot and die. If you are using a potting mix with less coarse material or worse drainage, consider 1 or 2 layers of pebbles at the base of the container to speed up water drainage. Keep in a warm or hot location, within direct sun. Anthurium plants thrive in daytime temperatures between 80 and 90 F (27 to 32 C). If this is not possible, the plant will typically survive indoors at temperatures above 60 F (15.5 C), but warmer is better. Place the plant 5 to 8 feet (1.5 to 2.4 meters, 1.5 to 2.5 meters) from a window for some gentle sunlight. If night temperatures dip below 40 F (4.4 C), the leaves may yellow and growth will likely slow. The plant rarely survives long if temperatures fall below freezing 32 F (0 C) 8. Do not keep plants directly in front of heaters and heating vents, which may burn them. Keep the air humid. Mimic the humid, tropical environment of Anthurium plants by keeping the room at 80% humidity or higher. Keep the soil moist, but not soaked. Water in small amounts is necessary to prevent the soil from drying out. Even in hot weather, the soil does not need watering more than once every 2 or 3 days, as the plant does not soak up large amounts of water from its roots. If the leaves turn yellow but not brown and withered, this may be a sign of overwatering. Let the soil dry out before watering again if this occurs. 11. Provide a stake if the Anthurium is drooping. Most Anthurium plants in nature, but probably the minority sold as houseplants, are epiphytic, meaning they grow on other plants instead of in soil. If your plant is vine-like and failing to support itself, use a stake or other wooden object for the plant to climb up. You do not need to move epiphytic Anthurium out of the soil, it will not cause them harm. Fertilize your Anthurium plant cautiously. Newly planted Anthurium should not need fertilizer for at least a few months. If you decide to apply fertilizer to encourage vivid colors and growth, use a slow-release 3:1:2 fertilizer and dilute it to 1/4 the recommended strength before applying according to the instructions. You can fertilize your Anthurium every other time you water it, or as needed. Transfer to a larger pot whenever necessary. Anthurium plants often build up a mound of roots above the surface of the soil. About once a year, or if the soil begins to dry out rapidly between watering, pack a layer of peat or sphagnum moss over the lower 1/2 or 2/3 of the exposed stem. Keep this layer moist and wait for roots to grow out of the buried portion of the stem. Once they have extended throughout this layer, cut the stem with a clean, sharp knife at the base of the soil mixture, and transfer the buried stem into a new pot, with the buried stem below the level of the soil. Remember, pot Anthurium in a container only 1/3 full of soil, so the stem is below the rim of the pot.